Straight from the doctor. Good, how are you? Champs in the house. Let's go, baby. What?
30 seconds.
There you go.
What a beautiful left hook. I like the way you prepared before. Just like that, Mike.
Yeah.
Just one. Exactly. How can I touch you? Explode body shots. You move before you move after. Beautiful, man. He can find you. He cannot find you. There he is. Just like that. Beautiful. Eyes on him. You can't hit him. Beautiful cross. 15 seconds.
Low.
Good. Oh, yeah. Beautiful combination, Mike.
Your head after your last one.
Tyson's training footage doesn't look like nostalgia content. It looks like a heavyweight storm being rebuilt in real time.
Now you hit. You got it, Bill?
I want to chill. Got a box.
Yeah, stay hydrated. You gotta stay hydrated. You gotta stay hydrated.
One box more round. You got a box round.
You're done Friday. Save you for Friday, man.
Huh?
You know you can do 10 bells like that. You know you can. You know you can.
I need boxing. That's my thing. You know, so much
Yeah.
That's cool for your head. I need the boxing. That's what I got to do. I got to box.
More tomorrow. One camera. Last guy in the world you want to be on Friday?
The frame, the explosiveness, the way the combinations snap under Rafael Cordero's watch. It gives off that old seek and destroy energy that made people panic when the bell rang.
Today was the day he's supposed to rest, and then he called all of us to come here because he decided to train. My opinion was the best decision. This is the way Mike, handled the things. So like doing move, warm up.
Mike, by yourself, Jam. Mike is amazing. Puta que pariu! Excelente, Mike. Excellent for good, Mike. Excellent for stance, Mike. Smoke that joint. That joint take go to jail. Here we are. Yeah, here we are.
He's devastating, man.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ding, ding, ding.
The level of the game invents itself. People that participated add to it.
Floyd may be known for his flawless defensive record, but Mike comes in with 44 knockouts behind him, a mental edge that can't be overlooked. That kind of power doesn't just hurt physically, it makes you think twice even before a single punch lands.
Distance. Nice distance. Nice one, Mike. Nice one, Mike. Nice one, Mike.
5.
More, Mike.
One shot. Sorry.
To the side. You. You're up in the air.
Check cross this leg.
What do you want? Yeah, what do you want?
Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful, right?
Nice one, Mike. Nice one, Mike. What's the best one? What's the best one, Coach?
There you go, man. Try's the best one.
Isso, that's it. One shot.
The contrast is striking. Floyd is the master of movement, a ring general who wins with precision and smart angles. Mike, on the other hand, is all about pressure, getting in close and landing powerful, brutal punches. What's really interesting is how Corderero fights, not flashy, but disciplined. At Mike's age, it's less about throwing non-stop punches and more about timing each strike with purpose.
I've worked with some very exceptional athletes throughout my life, and they're all remarkable in their own way, but Mike's just a whole different animal.
What we doing?
Do one more set. Let's get 12 reps. It's the heaviest we've gone on this. So just focus on perfect form for 12 reps.
233 today, contact for 230.
12 is all we need.
I'm over there 225, 228. Up there.
Lean mean.
Big
Lean
chest.
mean.
1, there we go. 2, 3, 4, good work. 8, 4 more. 9, 10, 2 more, Mike. 11, and 12.
Easy.
First time we've done that.
It was easy. Yeah, it was.
Some will call it a money grab, but training like this isn't for a casual exhibition. When legends put in this kind of work, pride takes the lead over promotion. It's no longer just about the paycheck, it's about legacy, identity, and the very real fact that one perfectly timed punch from a fired-up Tyson could change everything in an instant.
Only 12, that's all we want. To the middle. 1, 2, 3,
A little slow in the window.
4, there we go. 9, one more.
Slow.
10, no problem. Great set. Best set yet. Final round. Last one, Mike. Nice and strong. 30 times. Let you go. 1, 2, here we go. 3, 4, nice. 5, yes sir. 6, 7,
Strong.
8, strong. 9, got this.
We go.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go. 8, 9. One more. Get up.
That monstrous Tyson training aura we just talked about suddenly runs straight into Evander Holyfield's calm, almost understated reaction. And honestly, that contrast is fascinating because Holyfield isn't yelling dominance. He's quietly pointing at the elephant in the room: size. When Evander casually says, "It's kind of different size-wise," I'm immediately like, that's the most polite way to describe a heavyweight puncher versus a defensive welterweight genius in the same sentence. He doesn't dramatize it, he just grounds it in reality. Tyson is naturally the bigger man, and in boxing physics, mass plus power equals tension, no matter the era.
Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson announced he's fighting Floyd Mayweather in 2026. What do you think of that fight overall?
Well, kind of different, the size-wise, by, Tyson heavyweight, and I think weatherweight.
Right.
So it's.
Is it a real fight? Do you think? Do you think fans should take it serious? Is it a real fight, Mayweather Tyson?
I couldn't think it was real. It goes back to the matter, he's a lot bigger than guy, so it's weights make.
What really stands out is when he questions whether it even feels like a real fight. That comment quietly shifts the focus from hype to genuine competition. Holyfield looks at it as a fighter, not just a fan chasing headlines. His tone doesn't ignore the excitement, it respects the fighters while keeping the analysis grounded. Now it gets interesting. You have Tyson's relentless pressure, Floyd's survival skills, and Holyfield breaking it down through pure size and experience, not emotion. No theatrics, just straightforward insight. And here's the key: skill can offset size, but size only needs one opening to make a difference. By keeping it simple, Holyfield delivers a clear heavyweight truth with calm authority.
You saying you got Tyson?
I got Tyson.
You got Tyson over Mayweather? That's huge. Well, I just got Floyd because he's younger, 10 years younger, fast, elusive.
Yeah, but I hear bigger punching, man. You're gonna get toe up.
Really?
Well, of course.
So if Tyson lands on Floyd, Floyd's going down? But so when he fought Jake Paul, some fans, they weren't too impressed with Tyson's performance versus Jake Paul. Do you think you'll have a better one versus Floyd?
I just think if they compete, you're gonna get.
Holyfield's calm, size-focused logic about heavyweight reality versus a smaller, skilled fighter gets turned upside down the moment Ariel starts sounding genuinely unsure if the fight is even real. That's a wild shift. Suddenly, we're not just talking styles, we're questioning if this fight even exists. Ariel admits he looked at the announcement and thought, "I didn't think it was real," instantly adding skepticism to a story that was all spectacle up to that point. Then he points out the promoter confusion and missing details. No date, no venue, no clear structure. Suddenly, the mega event aura feels less like a guaranteed showdown and more like a public test. That idea of testing the waters is one of the sharpest observations so far. In modern boxing, even the announcements themselves can act as marketing probes before the fight is fully set.
I think it happens.
I do not think it happens. I just don't think there will be enough interest. I know they have huge name value. There's zero, after the last performance by Mike Tyson against Jake Paul, I don't think there's going to be interest in seeing Mike Tyson do that again. I think if this match was made on the heels of Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr., I think this would be blockbuster. I think people would be falling over themselves to consume this. After the Jake Paul version of Mike Tyson, I don't think anybody's going to be interested.
Tyson will be close to 60 by the time this happens.
And Mayweather has been out of the spotlight for a lot longer now.
What really ties everything together is Ariel pointing to Tyson's last fight when questioning whether the public is even interested. That mirrors Porter's concerns about timing and Wade's notes on spectacle fatigue. But in a grounded industry perspective, he's not disrespecting the legends. He's asking if the demand can actually hold up. Then the panel casually asks, "What's the appeal now?" And that lands harder than any dramatic hot take. Roy Jones brought nostalgia, Jake Paul sparked curiosity, but Floyd versus a nearly 60-year-old Tyson is a completely different equation. Ariel even admits he'd rather see Floyd versus Manny again, adding a layer of commercial logic clashing with legacy intrigue. The funniest contradiction? They question interest, yet spend minutes analyzing it anyway. That alone shows the gravitational pull of Tyson and Mayweather. Their names dominate the conversation. Even with skepticism in the room, logic is cautious, and certainty about the fight actually happening feels shakier than the headlines make it seem.
If it does happen, it's just like, who really cares?
Yeah.
Like, it's not them at their highest level. It's an exhibition. Everybody will clown on it when it eventually does happen.
There is a way that exhibitions can be fun. Tyson versus Roy Jones was actually like the best version of that, right? An exhibition that like I thought was exciting, delivered for the fans, but also that was so long ago for Mike Tyson. The version that we saw
like
against
early
Jake Paul,
50s.
Yeah, the version that we saw against Jake Paul just can't
Against
do it
the
anymore.
guy around his size too. Floyd Mayweather is not that.
Roy's pretty small, but
So
no, not as small as Floyd though.
Yeah, Roy fought at heavyweight.
Floyd Mayweather's flawless defensive skill meets Mike Tyson's knockout power, creating a clash that's as much mental as physical. Legends like Holyfield and analysts like Ariel break it down not as fans, but with experience, highlighting timing, size, and the real question of whether public interest can sustain a fight between a nearly 60-year-old Tyson and a smaller, skilled Floyd. Promoter and panel insights add layers. The spectacle, commercial logic, and legacy stakes collide, with predictions swinging from cautious respect for prospects to bold calls of a first-round controversial knockout. Skepticism, logic, and mythology all mix, showing that even amid doubt, the sheer names of Tyson and Mayweather pull the conversation into a heavyweight orbit where one punch, one moment could rewrite the narrative entirely.
He's a brilliant fighter, but he obviously needs to apply himself in the sport to get the best out of it. And, you know, it wasn't professional coming in overweight. And I think he's got to look at how he approaches his return to the ring, you know, because boxing isn't a sport where you can cut corners. And I'm not saying he did, but, you know, the weight, it doesn't help him in these kind of nights. But a great fight, and respect to both of them for that.
Porter's hint at exhibition weirdness meets Ariel's skepticism, and suddenly the discussion isn't just prediction, it's narrative anticipation. Frank casually frames heavyweight fights as inherently risky, which only strengthens the Tyson storyline. When a bigger puncher exists, risk math shifts instantly. Analytically, Floyd's survival IQ is unmatched, but theatrically, the idea of Tyson landing early is exactly the iconic moment promoters know fans imagine. Realism and spectacle collide mid-sentence. Timing, age, speed, and logistics on one side, one burst, one shock, one legendary punch on the other. The funniest contrast? Frank sounds calmer analyzing teenage prospects than predicting a chaotic first-round Tyson knockout, summing up the matchup perfectly. Structured boxing logic on paper, unpredictable legend energy in the ring, and an audience caught in the middle, knowing they'll watch no matter what.
Roy was super interesting. It was in the, very kind of early stages of the pandemic.
Yeah.
8 months in, but, we were still kind of dark and depressed at that point. And like Tyson hadn't fought, it was nostalgic. It was Roy. Okay, so I got the appeal. I got the appeal of Jake because he was so much younger and he's, a novice compared to Tyson. I don't know. Okay, now what's the appeal?
After all the training footage, Holyfield's size logic, Ariel's skepticism, and Frank casually predicting first-round chaos like it's the weather, we're left in a strange boxing paradox. Logic says this fight is bizarre, but legacy says you're still watching. One moment, we're analyzing sparring intensity and Cordero's discipline. The next, we're questioning if the fight will even happen, and somehow both conversations feel valid. Tyson's aura screams danger, Floyd's IQ screams survival, and the business side quietly whispers mega event regardless of age, weight, or realism. It's more than two legends. It's myth versus mechanics, nostalgia versus practicality, spectacle versus pure competition, all colliding before the bell even rings. Fans act like analysts in interviews, but as soon as iconic names are announced, psychology takes over. We doubt, critique, debate, and still tune in because legacy gravity is undefeated. Where do you stand? Does Tyson's power create real danger, or does Floyd's defensive genius make this a tactical masterclass instead of chaos? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Punchivox.